Hi!
Hello, and welcome to the Daily Almanac for July 28th. So, let's get started.
This day in history!
On this day in history, July 28th, 1868, former slaves became citizens when the 14th Amendment to the United States Constitution became law. The amendment forbids any state to deny to any person life, liberty, or property without due process of law, or to deny to any person within its jurisdiction the equal protection of its laws. Also, on this day in 1932, federal troops used force to remove the bonus army, which was made up mostly of World War I unemployed veterans who had gathered in Washington, D.C. The veterans, numbering between 12,000 and 15,000, demanded immediate payment of benefits for their services during World War I. But they weren't scheduled to receive payment until 1945. When Congress voted against granting the early benefits, most of the veterans left. Those that remained were run off by Army troops. And on this day in 1959, Hawaiians voted to send the first Chinese-American, Hiram L. Fong, to the Senate, and the first Japanese-American, Daniel K. Inouye, to the House of Representatives. Hawaii was about to join the Union as a state.
Word power!
Today on Word Power, we're going to talk about the word moral. The moral of a story is the lesson that it teaches. For instance, do you know the story of Little Red Riding Hood? A little girl wearing a red cape goes to her grandmother's house to bring her a basket of food. Along the way, the little girl meets a wolf and tells him where she's going. The wolf runs ahead to grandmother's house and eats up the grandmother. When the little girl arrives, the wolf pretends to be the grandmother and almost gobbles her up. The moral or lesson of the story is that you shouldn't talk to strangers.
Ooh, extremes.
Today on Extremes, we ask, how old was the oldest elephant ever on record? Well, the answer is 86 years old. This ancient grandfather, known as Lin Wang, was an Asian elephant. Lin Wang was once used to carry Japanese army supplies during World War II, until he was captured by the Chinese. Lin Wang spent his later years in a zoo in Taiwan. In the wild, Asian elephants only live to be about 60 years old.
Health tips.
If you're exercising or playing very actively and start feeling pain, your body is telling you something's wrong. It's telling you to stop. Now, the same is true if you start feeling dizzy or sick to your stomach or very, very tired. If something is wrong, stop exercising and please tell a grown-up how you feel. In most cities, people put their grass clippings and leaves in bags on the curb to get picked up by the garbage man. That means that over 20,000 tons, or 18,145 metric tons, of yard waste goes to the dump every year in the United States. A better way to get rid of clippings is to put leaves and grass into your compost pile. They will break down and become healthy soil that you can use in your garden and flower pots. Now, if you don't have room for a compost in your backyard, ask your parents if there's a community garden nearby that has a compost. Or better yet, talk to your teacher about starting a compost at school. You'll be an Earth Alert hero. Well, that's all the time we have left today for Daily Almanac. Thanks for stopping by, and I hope to see you tomorrow.